Welcome to the finale. Over the last 3 months, we've been trying to prove that you can start an eBay business with only $10. So we've tried to get over $5,000 in after-fees eBay sales, plus all the materials we need to start a business. Now, if this is your first video in the series, trust me, go back and watch the entire series. It's gonna be a lot more special watching this episode, having seen everything. The journey's just incredible. You won't regret it, right, Brother Dave?
Yes, I've never had so much fun in my life.
This has been fun. Now, in this series, we bought a lot, we've sold a lot, and in this episode, we're just gonna do the same, but bigger. So this time we're gonna spend big, I hope. We made a connection with somebody who has a bunch of Legos, G.I. Joes, and He-Man stuff. We don't really know the extent of what there is, but we're hoping to spend a large chunk of our money. But before we spend money, we need to use what we have first to finally buy a computer and a printer. So Brother Dave, do the little fun graphic thing that you do with the numbers and the check and boom, like that.
Like that?
Like that. This episode is going to be a little bit different because we are actually filming a lot of this stuff the day before it comes out on YouTube, and we haven't edited anything. So we really want to end with a bang, so things might be, we bit off a bit more than we can chew for this one, but we did it for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And also, we want to keep the final numbers at the end of this episode a surprise, so if we don't mention a bunch of the numbers along the way, don't worry, we're going to be keeping track and you're going to find out at the end. But with all of that out of the way, we need to get into some sales. Falling over.
We bought this embossing and die cutting machine for $35 with accessories, and we just sold it all for $60. And we bought these DK bongos for $6 and just sold them for $20. Bought this crafting Mama DS game for $1 and just sold it for $9. And we found this Rock Band pedal for free at a garage sale, and we just sold it for $20. Then we had this Sony Handycam cell. We bought it for $30 and just accepted an offer for $100. We bought all of these Street Fighter figures for $20 each, and we just sold all 3 of these for $166 altogether, and this guy for $45. And we bought this wireless headphone set for $20 and just sold it for $45. We bought this Trigun series for $10 and just sold it for $26. We bought this Handycam for $5 and just sold it for $105. We bought this Dymo printer for $5 and sold it for $41. And then this Lego set we bought for $250 and just sold it for $13. And we bought this Rhino bowling ball for $5 and we just accepted an offer for $28. We bought this TI-84 Plus calculator for $8 and just sold it for $37.
Both of these Street Fighter figures just sold to the same person. We got them each for $20. This one sold for $80 and this one sold for $50. Okay, it is Tuesday of the final week and we're getting more plushies listed. Nothing sold last night. But Chase.
Yes.
What are your thoughts now that we're in the last week of the challenge? Just kind of seeing everything going on in the background.
To me, it's really cool that it feels like you guys have had a lot of success. And you've been very genuine in starting with $10 and just seeing what happens. I've enjoyed the videos myself, but yeah, it's just cool that if you follow a formula for eBay, almost always A plus B equals C. If you put in the effort with listings, making sure they're good pictured and everything, good price, stuff sells. And if you grow it, move at the speed of cash, you really can do it. So I don't know what you guys are at for total sales so far, but
I won't reveal it quite yet. We're kind of keeping it to the end, but things are looking up, but I think we still need some sales to push us over the edge.
Yeah.
And the Season 7 Discord Challenge actually just ended, which really helped push us. But Season 8 is about to begin in the beginning of October. So if you guys want, I would strongly consider it. How many people did we have join the last challenge? Like 100 plus, and then 100 new members.
Yeah, so. really cool. And Alpal just let me know that those that participated and posted their results in the challenge, their sales increased 41% from the month prior. That was the average.
Across average? Jeez.
That was the average. So that's really good. If you do it, it pays off. It's simple, not easy. So if you're willing to put in the work, that is what happens.
And maybe here's what we'll do. For the next week and next week only, we'll discount the annual membership one more time. Because it's an absolute no-brainer. We had lots of people join, so.
This is the best time to join. In my opinion, Q4, very important. Lots of deals will be posted.
And we have lots of
challenges. Live calls. We're going to do Amazon stuff and eBay stuff. So it's a really, really good time. And we're holding ourselves accountable.
Yes,
and
it helps.
Everybody else too for getting stuff listed and sold. polos and everything.
Now I'm gonna get Alpal's thoughts on how good our buying has been and how quick our selling has been. He's kind of the eBay master now, we could say. Alex, would you call yourself an eBay master by now?
I think so. No, I would not call myself a master.
But you're pretty darn good at eBay now.
Well seasoned.
Well seasoned.
Yes.
Anyways, you've been seeing a lot of our buys over the last several weeks. What have been some of our best buys and worst buys that you think we've made?
Can you take me out to the barn so I can look and see what you bought
Yes.
to help me remember?
Sure.
Okay.
So in my head, I think I know what are bad buys, but what are you thinking?
The bats, probably, they're such a gamble and they're terrible to ship.
Yeah.
So it's tough for new people. I wouldn't say, I mean, this hasn't sold yet, but this was free, so you can't say that's a bad buy.
Yeah. But there is something to be said about storage. If you don't have a lot of storage space, you should definitely value your space.
Yes,
So like these items
sure.
right here take up almost an entire shelf space, and we bought them really high.
You would have had to tell me that these are like $400
Yeah.
to be worth it,
Yeah,
which I'm guessing they're not.
No.
Okay.
Like we've gotten offers on these two together for $100, so maybe a double up.
Yeah,
But
and
no.
when you ship those out, I'm worried of them getting damaged.
Yep.
So yeah, not a great buy. Big things are just always very iffy, especially if they're heavy because they're tough to ship.
I'm starting to think these Star Wars things were a bad buy. None of them have sold.
I'm honestly shocked by that. I was expecting those to fly.
And I've sent aggressive offers, like 50% off what we have them listed
Yes.
for and no takers. So I'm
Yes.
kind of sad about that. As a whole, I don't even know how much dollar-wise we have tied up in a lot of this stuff. I could probably figure that out.
That's a great buy.
That was a great buy.
That was a great buy.
I think that'll be a slow seller though,
Oh, for
because
sure.
a lot of people don't know the difference between this and the normal in television. Like the normal in television is, maybe $100
Yeah,
complete in box.
most normal people are going to see that listing and think you're ridiculous, but then you'll eventually find someone who's like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, and I've had somebody message say, I just got one for $600. Yeah, I never talked about that.
Yeah.
There was a watcher, I sent him an offer for $550, or maybe it was $500, and he goes, actually, I just bought one for $600, but I just wanted to see what this one goes for.
Dang.
And the Star Wars figures, and we have like the Street Fighter ones, those are doing good. Random cameras haven't been moving as quick as I thought.
So I know you've had some cameras that have sold fast, some that don't. Cameras are just always
It's weird.
bowling stuff. That's actually more my bad than your bad, because I told David to buy those. So
And then what about, well, I know this is a bad buy.
I would not have bought that thing.
These are heavy and gross, and for heavy and gross stuff, I think it just needs to be worth a lot more moving forward.
Yeah, plus it's just like, it's not like a camera that you can, oh, I know how to test this. It's like, how the heck do you
I
hook
need a
this
truck.
up? Right?
I need a truck to know how to work a CB
so
radio
you
in
know
order to
you
do
have
one
to
of
sell
those.
it untested. It's, not great.
Is there anything you would recommend to help liquidate a store?
Because you have a store now, right?
Yeah, so we have been paying for a store membership.
I would run a sale
Okay.
instead of just sending out offers, because I think people love to see this is 25% off. Versus like when people get sent offers, I could see them like not even seeing those notifications, because not everyone follows their eBay profiles like religiously, or they just delete the emails or whatever. But if you get new people that see, they see that red number, this is slashed to 25% off, that's a good deal, I'm gonna buy it. So I'd recommend putting a discount on most of this stuff.
Like everything above $20.
Yeah, and you can sort it out. And through sales, you can actually do like certain categories
Okay.
and stuff. So you can like kind of do it that way if you want. I would just, do a certain dollar amount and just get it out of there.
Can you show me how to do a sale real quick on
Sure.
the store?
So it looks like you don't have a store. So how about we go ahead and pay that $4.95 and get you one so we can run that sale.
I think it is worth it. Brother Dave, add an expense.
All right, Skylar, so now we're at the point where you need to decide what discount to give and what items to give it for.
Because we might lose money on some items if we do this.
We might.
But getting money back sometimes is more important.
Good news with buying from garage sales is you can generally know that your buy cost is pretty strong.
Yeah.
So you can be safe with giving generous discounts.
Like I haven't talked to Brother Dave either, but I think 25% off everything. Looking at Chase also while he's going through Pokemon cards. What do you think, Mr. Boss Man?
Sure.
I think that's a good number.
So to skip the boring stuff, I'm gonna select a bunch of items and we're gonna put them on sale. It is Wednesday, my dudes. This is the final sourcing day of the challenge.
Yes.
And Chase is gonna chauffeur us to go buy some stuff.
It's gonna be good, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the place where hopefully I can buy some Lego, and some action figures. And if we look inside of this is the shed. Oh my goodness. Look at all of this. Look at that. All the pieces are organized. I feel so sad Brother Dave can't be here. But let's take a look at everything. Like there's an entire city here. And I can kind of pick and choose what I want. Some of the stuff is the owner's kids. So obviously I'm probably not gonna take anything from here. There's a bunch of base plates that might be worth buying. You can sell those. All of these. Now there's a mixture of sealed stuff and complete. Like man, Aqua Raiders, that brings me back. But all of this is pretty much on the table. I think we can look through those bins potentially. And then all of this, there's even stuff up there. I really don't know where to begin. I would prefer sealed Legos because we have quite a bit of money to spend. Like this Lone Ranger set. I think that's worth a few $100s. Man, I don't even know where to start. So I'm gonna get to scanning a bunch of stuff and do it live with you guys. Okay, and honestly, before I can even start scanning, I need to kind of pull some of this stuff back and start looking. Oh my gosh. Look at all that. There's Star Wars. What's all back there? I don't even know. When it comes to Legos, let me know what you got. Excuse me. Let me know what you all look for. I'm trying to get a good idea because I have a feeling I don't have enough for all of this. But there's a lot of just little packs that he probably got for like $5 on clearance. Yeah, look at 2 for $5. These little basketball guys. Like, I'd be interested in scanning that because if it's worth, $20 and I just pay him $5 for it, I think we can get a lot of stuff like that. So sure enough, after scanning, this one is $28 right here, but that's the Japanese version. So what I need to do is filter by what is listed instead. And it does not look like there are many that are actually listed, maybe $15. So it's kind of a gamble, but for the right price, maybe I'll make a play for $5. But there's also a few more versions that I should scan. And there's all these like Lego Star ones, this Series 3. I don't know if they're all in English or if they're like, if there's a variation. I want to find old Star Wars, ideally. Like look at that, Asajj Ventress, like the old Republic gunship. I need to scan that 100%. Now it does look like it's open, but there's the barcode right there. Come on, baby. Come on, be something good. Holy cow, if that is complete, $320. Is that right? Just Commander Cody from that set is good. So I'm gonna have to verify on that, but that is insane. I'm gonna take a screenshot. So one of the things that I'm doing is anything that I am interested in, I am going ahead and saving screenshots so we can look at them together. I can show them what they're currently selling for, and then I'm making my offer based on that. I'm gonna try and be at 50% of after fees, but for some of the higher end stuff, similar to how Chase does it on the main channel, maybe 60, 70% if it makes sense. But also, I want to get as many things as possible so we can just batch list them as quick as possible, get them up, and hopefully get some sales over the weekend before the challenge ends. Okay, just scanned a couple. This guy is going for like 80 all day. This is sealed Lord of the Rings Gandalf arrives with Frodo. And then we have the Flying Dutchman, sealed easily, like 120. Although there is like one random sold for 150. Although I don't know if that's based on condition or if they just waited and got a big premium. Don't really know, but it does look like it's more so 120. Okay, and then you said you had a bunch of Spider-Man figures. Oh my goodness.
Those
yeah,
would
like
be all the original.
wow.
Ones through a couple of the original sets. I thought I had a couple.
That's
of
Doc Ock too.
Yeah, that would have been the Doc Ock. Was a that building that was by the water that he was in that had that little thing in the movie.
Yep.
So whatever that set was.
That's cool.
Doc one or whatever.
And then these are probably just like capes.
Yeah, probably.
We'll have to look up one of those numbers or something. Yeah, let's look these up together because like this kind of stuff, I would love to just get a lot of like replenishable small stuff. We have some Spider-Man webs as well, which helps. And we do have Doc Ock's arms, but not the little back piece that snaps them in together. So it's good to know. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna put this whole thing over here and we'll figure that out.
And some of those are the Indiana Jones ones from the
this is
Indiana Jones sets too.
okay. Yeah, so we'll have to look up Indy, probably same era, 2003 maybe.
Probably. Okay. So these would be the ones that those are from.
Well, cool. Let's.
So that'll help you if you need to look up
Yeah,
that number.
let's scan them. So we're gonna get a table and start laying some stuff out. There's a lot of figures that could easily spend a lot of our money quick. And we just looked up some Indiana Jones sets that are $100 each, and there's 4 of them. So that's already eating into some of our cost as well. And I don't even know if we've shared exactly how much we have to spend yet. I kind of want to keep it secret until the end, but maybe I'll tell you, I don't know. So starting to set some stuff out, not 100% sure what I'm going to buy. There's a bunch of duplicates of stuff. This is like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 100. This would be also like in this area. I think this is 80 is what I said. And then he did let me know that all the SpongeBob stuff has some sun fading, so I'm gonna have to take a bit off of that because if people are collecting Legos like that, it's gonna be better. Ideally, we would have all the cash and buy it all and pull a Chase, but we don't have that luxury, and most of the time when you find massive collections, you aren't able to buy it all. So what makes the most sense? Normally in the past, we target the top items. What is the most valuable? How can you double your money the quickest? If you're spending $1,000, but it's broken up into 50 items that you have to piece out, it might take you months to sell through all 50 of those items, versus if you spend $1,000 on one item and you can double your money on that quickly, it's a lot better. So these are all just things kind of going on in my head. Let me know what you think and what you would do if there's certain lines of Lego that you would target first. Like I'm definitely trying to find the old stuff, the popular IPs, and it's all popular IPs. It's Harry Potter, Star Wars, there's classic Lego City, there's the Lone Ranger thing, just really desirable stuff across the board. He's been collecting for a long time with the intent of making a massive, massive city, which, excuse me, he's already been doing. Another thing I'm doing is checking for retired sets. So like this is obviously well retired. It's still all the yellow skin figures. This is retired. A lot of these are actually like not too much aside from this one. This Microfighters worth about 50 sealed, but all these other ones are pretty cheap, like 10, 15-ish best case scenario. So on lower stuff, I definitely have to pay lower than 50%. Just because, with fees and accounting for time, shipping, and listing, there's not really much money to be made, but they're still not worthless, and yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling here. This is more the older
some
stuff.
of this is older, some of it's, that Star Wars one obviously isn't that old, but that Racers one might be worth a little.
Lego Racer.
Yeah,
I know Aqua Raiders, I was a kid when those ones came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah, and I think I got those on clearance or on sale. Here,
Okay.
Get that number. That'll help you a little bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
7019 on it.
7019.
Fortress.
Okay.
All right, Sky, you got a crazy mess coming out here.
6, 7, 8,
I'm gonna let him count, but basically he went by stacks, organized these by price. We wrote down everything. There's some beautiful stuff in here, and now these Spider-Man figures, very elusive to find normally, but not when you're at Pokemon Derek's house. Gonna have to call him Lego Derek now because this is insane.
Nuts in there. There's 14 Spider-Man.
14, and those are like
$40 a piece.
yeah. I think you got your pile.
I think so.
You got your GI Joes inside,
I tried to
and
get
all these.
I tried to get a big mix of stuff. There's still more I want though, dude. There's a giant Viking set worth like $450.
Well, if we continue
have a
this
lot-
series, we may need to come back.
Guys, please let us continue the series. I need like 10,000 likes.
10,000 likes. Let's see it. Come on, guys, make it
Everyone
happen.
needs to like.
Seriously, please.
All right, guys, this is the stack. Chase, how much am I paying?
Well, you're paying like basically $850.
Okay. Plus the 500 inside, and plus,
Plus 50 for the Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
yes.
So you're paying $1,400 total.
Man, I have more money to spend, but that's okay. That's a good problem to have for you, right?
$1,400.
This challenge has been getting tough.
Yes.
But a lot of fun. I see you've listed a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff. Yeah, so 50 some listings here.
That is
and
awesome.
here's some lots over here as well. So this, I separated it all out. These are all plushies from 10 to 15, the 10 to 15 range. This one is from like 16 to 19 to this one is, 29. This one is 30 and above. So.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of work, 4.5 hours.
Oh goodness.
All into it. How much time did you spend yesterday?
So yesterday when I was sourcing, it was awesome, by the way. I'm gonna have to show you everything we got still.
Yes.
I think, including the drive, it was about an hour and a half. We ended up having to do some stuff for the main channel, so I only got half an hour to look for stuff and buy stuff, and the other hour was spent traveling. So kind of stinks there. How much time have we spent shipping this week?
Like 30 minutes or so.
Okay. So about 7 hours total.
Yeah.
Which means we have 3 hours left, and
I
it's
don't think
Thursday.
that math adds up, but I think it is 7 hours. So
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know our math skills. But now we got to see what has sold. So you laid it out. I have not seen this yet. And I
Yeah.
haven't checked eBay because I deleted it off my phone.
And we actually had one more thing that just sold, but you got these guys. I actually don't know how much they sold for, which is really great. My phone's upstairs, so. I think
awesome. This
I think
isn't
they were
ours.
around like 36-ish with the sale that we put out.
Okay.
And then Evil Ken, I'm just kidding, it's Ryu. I don't know why. I know who that is.
It's Evil Ken.
It's Evil Ken now.
And then Admiral Akbar.
Yes, but then we have we did get a sale on the Bose speakers, but then I found a defect on it, and so I messaged the buyer, and he didn't want it. So we're gonna have to
Those things are cursed.
relist that. Oh my
It's our
gosh.
cursed item.
With the broken piece on it. Hopefully we can get our money back with it. I think that we probably still could because it's not that bad. It's just
Yeah.
it's rough. But
Okay, let's see what these sold for, and then we'll see what I got.
I have official numbers. This guy sold for 37, as well as this guy. Both of them 37. Bought them both for $20 a piece. Got this guy for essentially free in that Street Fighter bundle. Sold it for 35, and then
Finally, get it out
all
of
the way
here.
back from the first episode, we got this guy for 75 cents. Just sold it for $12. So
Nice.
completely sold out of the first week, which is really great. I didn't think we were going to sell this guy. I'm glad we did.
This is it.
I'm excited.
This is what
I
I
wish
got.
I could have been there. This seems like would have been a fun place to go.
I showed him one picture of everything that there was. And I thought I'd be coming home with more, and I didn't even really show on camera. I didn't really get a chance because we were so pressed for time.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Lego stuff, but there's also a lot of G.I. Joe and He-Man stuff.
Oh, He-Man's your thing.
Mixed it, yes. And I kind of blindly bought it for $500. It was in boxes, and
Wait, all this stuff
named
for
their price.
$500?
No.
okay.
We spent $1,400 total.
Wow.
So not all the money.
Not all the money,
but a lot of
good
money.
chunk. Yeah.
So with the majority of it being like Legos and stuff.
Yeah.
Now we valued the Legos at I think just under $1,700.
Oh.
No, but let's start with the big stuff. Lego Aqua Raiders. Now this one was a little bit confusing because there was a sealed comp for like $80, but a complete one for $130. So I have a feeling if we were to put this up for like $150, we could get it easily.
Right.
We'll just have
That's
to make sure we
super
charge
cool.
for shipping.
Yeah.
We'll save the G.I. Joe stuff.
What is this?
So I've been excited to show you. Matt might even like this.
Wow.
Wow, does not miss a beat.
Wow. This
So
is very
I have
cool.
14 Spider-Man figures.
With the webs.
With the webs from 2000. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
From 2004. Guess how much each of these are worth?
20.
Double it.
What?
I think they're worth like
40?
with these things 40 easily. We might even just list them for 50 and accept offers.
Okay.
Because some actually have sold for 50, and the condition on all these is really good.
Yeah.
He also had like Doc Ock. He had like 15 Doc Ocks, but it was missing the little headpiece for the
What
arms
does
to
the
attach
Doc
to.
Ock look like? Is it just have a
It was the same part of the same set.
not like the stupid Nintendo set that makes it so much bigger?
Next up, I have the SpongeBob Lego, the Flying Dutchman.
Ooh.
I'm the Flying Dutchman. That was more Mr. Krabs. Alex is here now. Now this one is sun faded. It's like actually sun bleached, you could say.
Huh.
That's a SpongeBob reference.
Oh yeah.
Now this
yeah,
this
definitely
one,
is.
it's kind of all over, it's like 90 to 120, but considering it's sun damage, we valued it at 100. We might still be able to put it up for 120 and get it. We'll just have to note it.
Okay.
This guy,
Ooh, Indiana
this guy.
Jones.
it's the same one. And this one, a little
the
bit
crystal
different.
skull.
All of these,
Goodness gracious.
take a guess on how much they're worth.
40.
100. 100 each.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the crystal skull.
Even the crystal skull.
Wow.
There were a bunch of Lego Indiana Jones figures
What-
too that I passed on that I shouldn't have because those
What
were worth
even
like
is
$40
this?
a piece.
Is it a table and a tent?
Yeah. And he has a bunch more figures, dude. I really hope we can make a deal with him later. There was also another one of those, but the box was like really squished.
Yeah.
And there's this guy. This is
Oh,
like
man.
75 or 80. I think
That's
we ended
very
up calling
cool.
it 75. But this is, there's
is
more
very
Lord of the
cool.
Rings stuff too. Yeah, there's not much.
Skylar,
but
you
it's
know
there.
that I like Lord of the Rings.
I know.
Especially Lord of the Rings Lego.
Do you really?
I admire it. I've never played with the set. That's before.
Yes.
I mean, I never played with Legos as a
This
kid, so I
is-
had to play with them as an
don't
adult.
look, this is He-Man.
Oh,
This is He-Man. We'll get there.
okay.
We'll get there.
What about this?
So these are little mystery things of D&D figures.
Oh.
These are older D&D figures, as well as those are some D&D books. This was another thing that I didn't really get footage of. This was just like next to the G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, how about $50 for the D&D stuff? So
I mean, this looks pretty old. Like
So it's not as old. It's three and a half. Just kidding. It's the third edition, but
Oh.
3.5.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how they say it. I know it's a very, very popular edition.
Okay.
But these minis are from the same. So it comes with 9 like random miniatures.
Yeah.
And then 1 huge one. So at the bottom there's like a large one in each, but it's
this is the only way to play.
with
it
actual
really is,
figures.
yeah.
I agree. So for those, I kind of wanted them, but we might list them. Maybe we'll list them higher. That way I can justify buying them from the business because I want them.
Yeah.
But in here, more Legos.
Man.
And it's old Legos. So this guy, even in this condition, what do you think that's worth?
200.
Okay, now you're shooting for the
Okay.
maybe like $75. Like I'd list it at 75, but the condition definitely is a factor. That's a retired set.
Yeah.
Some of these things were pretty much a big mix of them. Were
Yeah.
worth like $10 to $15. This one I think might have been like 20. I don't entirely remember. There's a couple of those. There's that. There's this thing. This
Yep.
truck is actually worth 50.
Wow.
This Lego Kingdoms thing, honestly don't remember.
These are great listings, by the way. Like,
Yes,
this
they're
is so quick.
This is what I targeted because he had multiples of everything. Okay, and then I have all of these Star Wars micro fighters.
Ooh.
These things were sweet. I remember when they came out with all of them. But I remember, I actually don't remember this one, but look at that, 3 for $10 back in the day.
Again, sometimes Lego is like, what were they thinking with this?
Yeah,
It's a walking platform?
dude, it's so cool. And I think it's worth, I think that one was worth either 50 or 75.
I feel like they're only cool in the box.
Why do you think he never opened them? It's just a standard yellow figure. So all of these things are like around 20, except this one. You recognize that character?
Yeah, that's
You're right.
What's her name?
Yeah, you're right. No, that was it. And
No.
she's worth $50.
Ella Sakura.
Alea, no, it's not Alea Sakura, actually.
Is it not?
No.
Darn it.
But that's correct, but not.
Got it.
Same species, different color.
Dang it.
She's in the new, she's in the Ahsoka show.
Oh, is she really?
It might be her.
Oh,
I really don't like
Rebels
the new
girl?
Ahsoka show, unfortunately. But yes.
Yeah.
And then these guys are same scenario, like 20 to 25. One of them, there's like 2 of them that are pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, then there's
Oh no.
then there's this. To be honest, I forget what that's worth. Might be $25.
Lego City.
And then I have 5.
I remember when these were coming out.
He has like 10 more of these, but I only got 5 because I was like, the sales volume was another thing I was considering. If
Yeah.
Lego sets hadn't sold in a long time, I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy them. Look he got these for $1 at the Dollar General. At least this one.
Oh my gosh. I mean, do you think that like this stuff could sell this weekend?
If we price it right,
Like
Lego is just very popular.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if we were closer to Black Friday time, it'd definitely just be flying off the shelves, anything Lego.
Okay.
But, okay, now let's get into everything else, because I honestly haven't picked through it all too much either.
What?
We'll start with this big boy right here. The XP-14F G.I. Joe Combat Jet Sky Striker. And I think it does have the figure deep in there. But it's boxed G.I. Joe.
Huh.
I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
Then we have this guy right here. Look at this, dude. So this is just kind of a random mix. There's some Star Wars mixed in. There's just some like various figures, so it's not like all G.I. Joe and stuff. I think this is like 2004 era when these came out. So there's like all these figures, but then there's this. Like,
Whoa.
like just because they're sealed still, like I couldn't say no. I don't know what much of it is worth. All I know is that he's very fair. Look at that. He's like even rubber banded to the back, communication specialist. Look at this, dude. Green Ranger.
See, I would say, well, I just don't. What's significant about Green Ranger?
Well, one, he's cool, but two, this one morphs.
What?
This one actually morphs. Look at this. He morphs into, well, this is, oh, it doesn't even show Green Ranger's morph on the back. Never mind.
It's about
this
the
is
intrigue, Sky Guy.
So we'll open this one up and morph him. That way you guys can see.
Right.
Some more Star Wars, more like little G.I. Joe. Look at that
This is
guy.
such a crazy buy.
Look at that.
Wow.
And I don't know what these things are, like comm chips. There must have been some kind of like
Oh, yeah.
comm chip thing that you could get. And then I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like a massive structure. I'm not gonna unfold that. And then over here, we get into some more just random stuff. Honestly, this was underneath the other bin, so I don't know what all it is. I don't know. That's not the intriguing box. The most intriguing box is what's in here. This is He-Man
Yay!
and Rubberhead.
Oh, is that good?
Yes. But look at that guy. I forget what his name is, but some of these have like the little comics, dude.
Well, that's cool.
There's just so many like mixed in. Look at all these little guys. This is all G.I. Joe.
Just doesn't
once we get
stop.
down here. So I think this is more than enough listings to kind of like, I mean, we don't have enough time to list like any of it really.
No.
I think we'll be able to list some of the Lego stuff and get us through the weekend. But after that, all of this other stuff is just backlog for whenever we continue the series. But I think we need to talk about that a little bit.
So that was a really great buy. But really the question I think everybody's asking right now is, should we continue this series?
We would like to. And we thought about this for a while. We would like to really continue this. This was kind of just a test.
Yeah.
But we need to take a break before we continue. Why are we taking a break? It'll be healthy for us. We've been running hard with this, and there's some things on the back end that we're gonna do to try and make this even more efficient, so we can get, potentially even still like keep up the weekly upload schedule.
Yeah.
But we have to do a couple things for that first.
But also really curious, what goals and challenges do you want to see moving forward in
Yes.
this series? Because we have some ideas, but
We're gonna keep them secret.
we're going to keep them secret, but we would be really interested to hear what you guys think, what you guys want to see.
If you have any other questions or recommendations for the series at all, let us know. But, Brother Dave, I think it's time for one final listing montage.
We listed these Pikachu plushies for 20, these Gen 3 starters for 40, and these Build-A-Bear plushies for 50. And we're listing these plushies for around $10 each. And we're listing this guy for 15, 15, 15. You get it, all of these guys are going for around $15 each. And each of these guys we're listing for $30 a piece, except for that guy. He's 25. And this guy. He's 27. And each of these guys we're listing for around $20. And this lot of 13 plushies we're listing for $100. And we're listing these Minecraft enemy plushies for $60. And then Steve and his animal friends I'm listing for $65. I'm listing these 3 for $15, these 2 for $12, and R2 alone for $15 as well. And each of these Indiana Jones sets I'm listing for $100.
Listed this massive Lego Aqua Raiders set for $200. Listed each of these Spider-Man figures with their webs for $60 a piece. listed this D&D miniature set for $100 and 3 of these ones for $75. Then we listed the Lord of the Rings Gandalf Arrives set for $110. Then we listed the Lego SpongeBob Flying Dutchman set for $150 just to see. The Lego Landspeeder for $80. All 5 of these Lego Sports Basketball sets for $50. Both Lego City Farmers for $10. Another Star Wars Microfighter for $80. Kingdom Knights Showdown for $45. 2 Lego Kingdoms Wizards for $25. The Star Wars Final Duel 2 for $54. This Snow Speeder for $15. Another Microfighter for $18. And another Microfighter for $20. Lego City Street Sweeper for $40. This Secret of the Tomb for $30. This Court Jester for $18. This X-Wing for $18. And this Lego City Semi-Truck for $50.
And I'm listing all of these books for $50, $40, $25, and $20. Got all of this a while back and never showed it. Go figure. We're listing this for $15, these each for $20, and this one for $25. Well, that was a good final listing montage.
I agree. One of your finest. You've gotten a lot faster at listing in general.
I listed a lot. That was crazy.
Yeah. We have about half an hour left on our time, and we want to save it for shipping.
Just smart.
Yeah, which we should do. But we have so much left to list, and like after this challenge, just to keep the store alive, we might just list like 1 a day. But part of me is like, we're gonna put in the work anyways.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Let's just do it now.
Let's do it,
Let's
man.
just do it now.
This is the last week, man. Let's go.
List it all.
Let's go.
List it all. Bonus listing montage? Bonus listing montage.
Ultra listing montage! 250, 35, 25, 35, 250, 12, 12, 15, 15, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, 25, 45, 45, 70, 50, 55. Ah!
All right, it is Friday, and we need to talk about what just sold. Sold this wallet for $33.74. Accepted an offer for $41.24 on this. Sold this Mooshroom for $14.99. Sold these to the same buyer for $50. Sold this G.I. Joe for $40. Sold Mortal Kombat for $15. Then both of these sold to the same buyer for $140. Sold a yellow Semi for $42. Sold the Sonic Chow plushie for $15. Sold this Build-A-Bear Jolteon cape for $18. Sold this broken G.I. Joe Snake Eyes for $40. Then we sold the X-Wing Microfighter for $13. Just sold Chub Chew for $6. And right as I said that, Duskull sold for $10. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend is over and we have 18 items that have sold, which is going to be, we're cutting it close to the end of this challenge.
I haven't even started editing the video yet, and it's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna show you everything that sold, and from here, I think we are going to get our final numbers around.
I know that we're getting our final numbers around, so. Yeah! And for our first batch of sold items, we have this D&D handbook for $25, this Aqua Raiders Lego set for $150, these G.I. Joes for $33 together, this Gloomy for $10, this Villager for $30, this Kingdoms Lego set for $40, this City Lego set for $40, and then this Power Rangers for $20. And then we accepted an offer on this kitchen clock for $42, and this iPod Touch for $12, then $25 for this fish finder, Sagat for $55. $25 for these lot of stamps. And then we have the other fish finder for $45. And we sold this RC car for $10, this Wimbledon hat for $15, this Battlefront game for $9, and to finish off the weekend sales, this test dummy for $16. That's the last item that we sold in this challenge.
We officially have everything sold and sent off. The final bit of this series is finally coming to an end. We have everything laid out right here, but before I show you and the whole crew what we have exactly, let's do our numbers. First off, Brother Dave, do you know how much we spent in this series?
No idea.
$3,800.
Wow.
So we spent
We
a lot
started
of
with
money.
$10.
Yes, so that means we made a lot more than
Yeah.
$3,800. Otherwise, we didn't do our job at all. Our final eBay sales total after fees. This is including like the taxes that eBay takes, the shipping, the fees, after everything. Our goal was $5,000. We did $6,378.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
$79.
That's crazy.
All on 132 hours of time. We may have spent an extra 2 hours this week.
It was for the ultra montage.
It was for the
man.
ultra montage. We had to do it for you guys. We still have $1,600 of spending money left, which is absolutely nuts. So if we calculate that out on 132 hours, that means our actual pocketed cash at the end of this was $48 per hour, which is absolutely insane. Roughly around what Chase told us it would be at the beginning of the series. About 1/4 to 1/4 would be take home. So I guess we did something right there. But now let's grab the guys. All right, boys. We started with just $10. We got over $6,000 in sales. We still have over $1,600 in cash. But in addition to that, we still have everything you're about to see right here.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Brothers, you started a business.
This is over $11,000 in listed inventory still.
That's unreal.
6,000 in sales?
So all the and after fees sales, that's after
Right. Oh,
all
okay.
taxes, all shipping, all everything.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's a lot.
All the numbers and nitty gritty aside, we turned $10 into something. I'm very proud of Brother Dave for pretty much heading this entire thing. Editing all these videos.
But nothing would have happened without Sky Guy constantly being on camera. So.
Got a guy.
We all, on behalf of the CATRP crew, we hope you have enjoyed this series and join eBay Open. We have a link below in the description where you can sign up. You got to do it soon because I think it's beginning very soon. So definitely use our link to get signed up. eBay Open is fantastic. You can learn a lot of this stuff, and we are starting an eBay challenge, our listing challenge, over in the Discord. Season 8 begins in a few days, so tell them they need to be in it.
Be in it.
That's right.
That's all I need to say.
40% increase for those that participated in their eBay sales.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands.
Also, you did
in
this
sales.
using those principles starting with $10 in 3 months.
If that doesn't entice
I
you
didn't know
enough,
if it worked. I guess it does. That's awesome. You guys rocked it.
And XIAB.
Yeah, check out XYAB. You can get $50 off your first order of $100 or more.
If you sell video games, yes. Absolutely.
And final words. Thank you guys for all the comments. Let us know what you want to see in our upcoming continuation of the series. Again, no idea when it'll be, but give us some ideas. We love you. Final hat hit.
Final hat hit.
wait.
Brother Dave.
Yeah.
I think you need to do it
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah.